Guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It has been a while here, but I'm back now, and so expect to see more tutorials coming. So today we're going to be achieving this church flyer here. We're going to be doing this church flyer, but I already made some downloads here on Pinterest of other pastors I can use. So I won't be able to use the same pictures here. So we're going to be using a whole different pictures for this church flyer, but all the details will be same. So let me walk you through on how I achieve this church flyer. So if you are a new subscriber, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome, and let's start. So first we're going to open a new file, which is going to be 1080 by 1350, resolution 300, and leave the rest of the details same like this. So this is the size I used. Of course, we're going to unlock this first. And now these are the resources I'm going to be using for this flyer. You can see some pictures here. All these pictures are downloaded from Pinterest, and I'm going to be leaving the resources in my Telegram group. So if you are not in my Telegram group, you can join my Telegram group. The link is in my bio, so you can join and have access to all these resources. So first we're going to be adding our background. So this is the background I used for this design. This is the background. We can check it. You can see this is the background. So the next thing is to add the map that you see in the other picture. If you check, you can see some map around it here, and here. So this is the picture I used for that map. The only thing I did was just to change the effect to something that will blend with the orange color. I think it was overlay I used. Yeah, overlay. So we can just add it here. Let's check the one we used here. You can see it's an overlay. So we're going to be using overlay. Maybe put it somewhere here. And we're going to be duplicating it, and we'll make sure that it's just the map that shows at the top part there. So to duplicate, you can press Ctrl+J to duplicate your images, so in case you're finding it difficult. So we'll click on this second one here, and we're going to create a mask, and go to your brush tool. Make sure your hardness is at 0, and increase the brush a little bit. Then blend the edge. If it's finding it difficult, you can increase the opacity, reduce the flow a bit, and it's going to blend faster. So just blend it with the background. Make sure it doesn't have any sharp edge, and we can proceed to the next step. So let's clean up this, and we have this. We can also duplicate one more and add at this corner here, and we can come to select the white marks beside the image here. Go to your brush tool and blend it also. You can remove all these ones, you don't need it. You also need this light here. You can see some shapes are still showing, so we have to remove it. We have to remove all these shapes. So I think we are good to go now. Okay, now this is okay. Now the next thing to do is to add our shape, where we are going to be clipping all our images to. So the first thing is to create a circle here and select your eclipse tool and create a very small circle here, just a small circle here. The next thing is to select your eclipse tool again. Now we're going to make a very big one, something like this, a big one like this, but we're going to make this fill, we're going to make it transparent, and this we're going to change it to white, which is the stroke. Now is the stroke that is going to be increased. We're going to increase the stroke till we're going to make it, you have to put it in a size that you know that these pictures are going to enter. So if it's too big, you can reduce it a bit. If it's okay, you can leave it, but just make sure that it's not too big and not too small. So let's reduce it a bit. It's looking too big. Okay, I think this is okay. So now we're going to add it here, somewhere here, something like this. We'll bring it down a bit like this. As you can see in this other one, you can see it here, but it's not showing because this is another round circle and this is a different one and this is a different one. So don't think it's joined together. It's not joined together, it was divided. I'm going to be showing you how I did that. So let's just bring this up for the meantime, or you can just switch it off. Then you draw another one here, something like this, where you can see that it's too big. So let's just select the two eclipse, and we're going to be reducing it. Let's group this and reduce it a bit. I think this is okay. And make sure it's at the center of the design. So if we switch this one on, you can see the idea. You can see how it's looking already. So let's just bring this down a bit. And of course we're going to be reducing it because this looks big. If you want an accurate work, you can duplicate the second eclipse, which is below, so to give you an exact shape, but also you can bring it down here like this. So let's shift it a bit, and we have that. Now let's go to our shape selector, this rectangular marquee tool. We're going to make a small box here and take our eraser tool, rasterize your shape, increase your eraser and erase this area. Just erase that part, then deselect it. So once you deselect, you just bring it down a bit. You can see the shape changed now when you erase that part. So now just take your eraser tool and hide all these ones here. And that's that. You have our shape. You can adjust it any way you like, or anyhow you like. It will be your choice. You can adjust it anyhow you like. If you want it equal or bigger, you can adjust it. But this is our shape. This is the shape I used. So now what is the next thing is to start adding our images. So I'm just going to show you how I added all the images and arranged them. So it's going to be a bit long because I'll be removing the background of each images. So when you remove it, you convert to smart object. Now we are going to transform it, make it smaller and move it to the top. Let's make it face the other direction. But we're not going to be using too many images for this design. You can on your free time you can use as many images as you want, but since it's going to be a very long video, we're just going to make the images a bit big and you understand what I'm trying to achieve. So you create clipping marks. Hope you saw that. Let's release it. Make sure that the picture is on top this shape. This is the shape, this is the picture. You right click on the picture and you choose create clipping marks, and once that is created, I think it's okay like this. Now we can add another picture. Let's say this one. We'll select it and we're going to select subject and convert to smart object. Now we're going to do the same, transform it. To transform, you can click on Ctrl+T, you flip horizontal and you reduce it. Once you reduce it, you come to where you want it to be, and you also right click and create clipping marks. So this is the process you'll be following till you have gotten what you are looking for. So let's go again, bring another image. Let's say this one, bring it here, you select it with your quick selection tool, you go to select subject, you click on the max icon. Now you convert to smart object, then also right click and create clipping marks again, but now we are going to move it to the top because we want it up. Now Ctrl+T and arrange it. Now let's flip this horizontal. Make sure that they are all facing the same direction. For a very decent job, you have to make sure they are facing the same direction. Something like this. Like this is okay. Okay. Now we're going to be doing this other part. I'm sure you already have an idea of what I'm trying to achieve. So without me using too many pictures, you already understand how I'm achieving this design. So you convert to smart object, you create clipping marks. Now this picture, the pictures here will face the opposite direction, just like here is facing this way, this one also will face here. So that's why I'm not going to flip this one, because it's already at the right direction. If you flip it the other way, it's not going to look too good. So we have that. We bring another image. Let's say this image. Select your subject. Now you go to your max icon, you convert to smart object and also create clipping marks. So let's reduce it, come here and give it that position. Here is okay. Now we're going to select one more design or one more picture, and we're going to add it at the last place there. So quick selection tool, select your subject, and we're going to be maxing it here, and also convert it to smart object. Then lastly, create clipping marks. So these are just the steps you'll be following for every picture. You'll be following the same steps unless you have to change some things. So we are done with this top part here. Now we're going to be doing this area. So let's just select the circle, the ellipse tool. You can see it's selected here. You select it and maybe you switch this off if it's going to distract you. So now let's start adding picture to this place. So this place we're going to be doing a bit different job here. The job here is going to be a bit different, so I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing here. So we'll follow the same step. You create marks, remove it, convert to smart object, and also create clipping marks. You can see it's inside the circle. Now Ctrl+T, flip horizontal because it's going to be at this direction. So now you can see it here, but if you notice in my other design, their head came out here. So that's what is different in this one. That's the different thing about this. So once you have arranged it where you want it to be, you go back to the picture, you duplicate it, Ctrl+J, you duplicate it. Make sure you don't move any of these two pictures. Make sure they are on the same place. Then you go to your eraser tool, rasterize the image of the one you duplicated, and erase it. Erase this part. Now you can see it's inside the shape, but the head is outside, and that's the duplicated image here. So that's just it. That's the way of doing it. So once you've done it, you go back to the first image, which is clipped, so that you can add another image. Let's say we select this one, which we have selected. So let's go back and choose another one. Let's go with this one. Select it, go to your quick selection tool, and it's going to select your subject for you. Go to your marks, convert to smart objects, and also create clipping marks. So go to your Ctrl+T, reduce it to the size you want. You can see we don't need to do anything much here because the head is already inside the shape. The only reason why we do that is if the picture is going to surpass the shape, then you can do that process I showed earlier. But if it's like this, you can just leave it and make sure you erase this place, which is the other picture. You make sure you erase it, which is not going to affect the picture. Just erase it, but don't erase all the way to the head, because that's the main place. That's the main place that this is carrying. So just erase it and maybe arrange this a little bit. So that's just it. You can see it's not too difficult. So do the same for the rest of the pictures. Let's select another picture. You select your subject. After selecting your subject, you marks it here. You click on your marks icon, you convert to smart object. Now you create clipping marks also. You come here and do the same. You can see it's not also exceeding the shape. And also note that whenever there is a small gap here, you have to blend the picture. So when a small gap comes, I'll show you how you can blend the picture so it won't be rough. So here you can see the picture still covers the other picture, so it's still okay. So, and all of them are in the same direction. Make sure you note that this side of the circle should always be in the same direction, not different. It's going to look scattered. So let's go for this middle one. You can choose a picture that the perspective is straight like this, so that it's going to look more professional. Since it's going to be in the middle of the circle, you can just choose a straight picture, create clipping marks, and now arrange your picture. So I think this is going to also exceed the shape. We're going to be doing some little erasing here. So you can see how this is. Just increase it a bit and you have it like this. So after we've done that, you can duplicate the image, duplicate it, rasterize the image, rasterize it here, and let's reduce this a bit. Oh, we selected the brush tool, so this is the eraser tool. I'm going to reduce it a bit, and I'm going to be erasing this area. That's it. You can see this picture is showing here. So let's blend it. You're going to create a mark here, select your brush tool, and we're going to reduce it a bit here. Now we're going to blend it, not too much though, just a little bit, and there we have it. Now let's go to our next image. Make sure it's at the top. These are the clipped images here. just make sure they are at the top, and you go to get a new pastor or minister. I think we've used this before, which is here. We can also use the same pastors. It doesn't matter, I'm just showing you how it's done, so you can use for your project or any church flyer you have in mind. So we convert it, we create clipping marks, and then we reduce it a bit. You can see it's already half of the circle, so it can be on the other direction. You just have to adjust it a little bit here, or we can check if there is a picture that the perspective is straight like this one. So let's check. You can take this one, you can see it's straight, so this could work. Select your subjects, you mark them, convert to smart objects, and create clipping marks. The steps are not too difficult if you know what you're doing, and if you are focusing on the design, you understand it. So let's just increase it a bit. Let's not reduce it, and we're going to duplicate it. You can see anytime you want to adjust the two pictures, you have to hold Control, select it, and adjust, so the duplicated image won't move differently with the main image. So now we select the duplicated one, go to your eraser tool, rasterize your image, and erase. Now you can see this one comes out to this one, so you just erase it, simple as that. Erase it like this, and that is it. So the next one is go to your clip images, the top one. Now bring in another image. Let's bring in this one because it's still straight and it's not clear. So let's just leave it. Let's use this one. This one is a bit clearer. I'm going to select subjects, click on the marks icon, convert to smart objects, and create clipping marks. So now we Ctrl T, and we reduce it to the size you want. Also take note of the spaces. Sometimes the picture can be too congested. You have to give it some space. In case the picture is too much, you have to just try and manage your space. So we have that. Now duplicate your image, go to your eraser tool, rasterize, and clean. So this is just the process for all this. So you come back here. Now let's take Mr. GUC, select subject, now click the marks icon, convert to smart objects, and flip this one because we're already at this side of the circle, so we have to flip it to the other direction, and I think here is okay. Now create clipping marks. Create clipping marks here. Somewhere here. Yes, okay. You can see we don't need to interfere a lot on this one because the head is in the shape, so we don't need to duplicate any layouts, any stuff. So let's just go back and take a new picture. Let's take this one and also flip it and select subject, now we convert it to smart image and bring it down here. You can see this did not select well, so let's just take another picture. Let's take this one. This is okay. So you select it and you click on the max icon, you convert to smart objects, and lastly you create clipping marks. Now you control T your image and move it to the top here. Now you can see this one touches the shape, so we have to duplicate this one, but we're going to duplicate it. Then you take the clipped image at the back of GUC. So first you duplicate your image. This is one of the confusing parts which you should watch closely. So you duplicate the image, you erase it first, erase the unwanted areas here, and then you go to your clipped image, then move it to the back like this. Now you can see this one is covering his face, so you click on it and you erase this one. That's it, simple as that. Now if you also notice, here is showing, this place is showing, this is what I'm talking about. So now you go to the clipped image which you have moved here, you click on the max icon and the brush, so just blend it with the white here, you can see. So this is how it's done. Now let's go back to our top, bring in our image. Let's bring this one. We're going to select subject and we're going to convert to smart object and create clipping marks. So let's bring it down, not too much, and also bring it here. You can see we have to duplicate this one. So you duplicate your image, erase the unwanted areas you don't want, which is this part, erase them, erase it. And now we're going to let's erase it all the way to the top here. Now we're going to be bringing this one down so it can stay at the back. So that's just it. Now we'll bring like two more, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more can fit in this place. I'm just going to bring them. Let's bring in this one because it's a bit straight, or I saw a better one here. So let's bring in this one and also select subject, max icon, convert to smart object, and then create clipping marks. Let's move this to the top first and reduce it. Here. Let's just bring it down here a bit so that we don't create too many spaces. Now duplicate it because it touches the shape. Go to your eraser tool, rasterize the image and erase all these parts here. Once you've done that, you move this one all the way to the back of these ones we started with. So you move it to the back of all these pictures, you can see, and now we can erase it with our eraser tool. Erase this one, sorry, this one, erase it here. So we have that, and now we're going to add one more picture. Which one would that be? Let's add this one. I think we've brought this already before, so it wasn't clear. Let's just bring in this one. You can see the head is cut off. We just want something full and straight. All of this one, yes, and select the subject. Max, convert to smart object, move it down to the clipped one, create clipping marks. Now we reduce it. Don't really need to do much in this one, just need to adjust it, and we have it there. Now you duplicate, rasterize, and you erase like this. So now you can see this one is coming here, it's touching it, so you click on it and you erase it a bit here, and that is how the pictures were achieved. If you don't want to be confused, you can group all of them. So let's blend this one here. You can see there's a bit line here. That's what we should all avoid. So create a mask to the picture, go to your brush and blend it. Make sure it doesn't show that line. And that is what we have here. So next thing to do is to add this and also add the name of the church and everything here. So let's head over to show you how I achieved these flags here and the names here too. So let's do that now. So first we're going to take this Eclipse tool and we're going to be drawing a circle. This one we're going to just make sure that this circle is we're going to make sure that it's the same size with the top one, so we don't make mistakes. Sorry, it's already clipped in this circle, so we have to delete it and make sure it's at the top. Make sure it's at the top and create another one. Just make it a bit bigger or something like this, that can be like under here. So let's move it down. Down to this place. Once you move it, you make here transparent, make here white, and you increase it a bit. When you increase it, now you adjust. You can see where it is, so you just bring it down here and click OK. You duplicate it and also bring here. Don't worry, I'm going to erase all this afterwards. So let's just arrange the place our flags will be. Now we can erase the other parts we don't want. You can erase it. You click on this one too and erase it. So that is how we can achieve the flag. So this first one here, we can just bring in our flag, maybe this flag. You turn it like this. Just show you how I achieved the flag. The idea, so you create clipping marks and you move it a bit down so that you can show the main flag, the flag itself. You can reduce it if you want. Let's bring Canada and reduce it a bit, and also create clipping marks. You can see that. Let's reduce it, it looks too big. After that, we can bring one more flag and reduce it. So let's reduce it and bring it down here. And we're going to create clipping marks too, so you can see how it looks like. But make sure that the flag is showing a bit. If it's not showing, we can increase the shape. So you go back to the shape and we adjust it or something like this. Something like this is okay. Now we're going to erase this part that is showing. Now you go to the next one too. You do the same. You take your flag and maybe make it like this. Create clipping marks here. Select another flag. Let's say UK. And we do it the same way. And lastly, we take Spain, reduce it, and we create clipping marks. Just have to make sure that the main part of the flag shows well. Or yeah, something like this. That's it. Now we're just going to add this, and you can add anything of your choice, but let's just add the one we have here. You can create something like this, and maybe the name of your church will be down here. I used the font called Bebas for this particular design. I use a Bebas font and increase it. Let's just say Fire Ministries. Click on Ctrl A and adjust your spacing. Let's just say something like this. Should we reduce it a bit? Let's reduce it a bit, and we're good to go. Let's just add this here. This, we add it also. So once this is done, we head over to the second part to add our flags, and also we're going to be adding the names of people here. So let me just draw the shape where the names are going to be, and other things. So let's select our Eclipse tool. We're going to make here transparent. We're going to make here white, and we're going to reduce it. The stroke will be a little, maybe 0.88 is okay. Now we create a big circle, and we bring it at this direction. Remember, we're doing it each one by one. So once you see that it's okay, you can erase this part here. You can see. So we select it again, and we do this place. So we just have to adjust it till we get the right shape. You can see this is already good. You can just leave it like this. Wow, it's already nice. So you can erase this area. You can erase this area. Yes, and we make a shape here, but we're going to make this one black. Now we bring it to this place. And make it, let's increase it a bit. And I think this is okay. So now we have made a shape for our names. You can see there is a circle here we need to erase. So let's erase it here, and you have it. This is okay. Let's erase this one also. You can see there is a shape popping out here. We erase it. So all this, you have to just watch closely on what you are doing before you move forward. So let's just add our light to the top part. So we bring in this one, bring it here, and you change the effect to screen. After that, you adjust it to the place you want it to be. You can bring it down here and increase it. Something like this is okay. Okay, so now we are going to add flags for this second place. So go to the Eclipse tool here, and we are going to stay behind. We're going to choose the picture behind it, and we're going to draw a small circle here. So this circle, we're going to increase the stroke a bit, and we're going to be reducing it. Let's just reduce it. Let's not make it too big. You can just reduce it very well. Let's just make it something like this. And hold your shift to adjust it. Hold your shift to adjust it. And when you've adjusted it, you can increase the stroke a little bit. Okay, so this is okay for our flags. We can add our flags here, so you can just adjust it a bit, and we add our flags. So let's just repeat flags, and we create clipping marks just like that. We take this, we create clipping marks too. Create clipping marks. You can move it behind here. So yes, you take. We're making this smaller because I made it too big, so it's not going to contain all the flags. So just have to reduce it and make it a bit small. You can create clipping marks, bring it at the top, and let's use pen. Create clipping marks also. Let's reduce it. Create clipping marks. So I'm just going to speed the process of this part so that we can head over to what we will do next. So once we've done that, the next thing to do is to add their names. So of course we know how to add names to the design. We can just go to our text tool and we're going to use Montserrat font, reduce it, and then change everything to uppercase, and also adjust the spacing, bring it down a bit and turn it around. You have to hold your control key and turn it around. So once you do that, you can let's just duplicate this so that it can be faster. Ctrl J, move it, Ctrl J, move it. You can adjust it if it's coming out of the shape. You can adjust it. Always adjust it like this. So we do it for the rest. We bring it down here and also adjust it. Adjust it. Adjust it. Bring it down. Adjust it. Ctrl plus J, bring it down and adjust. So we're going to speed the process also for this one. Okay, so we've added the names. You can see here is white, and let's just change this also to black because it's not visible. So you can see when we got to the light area, we change it to black because you're not going to see it when it's on white. So that is that. Let me just add my light effect back, and we're also going to bring one more to the second eclipse here. Change effect to screen. Let's just adjust it. And adjust this also. And we have that. So after this, let's just bring in let's select this eclipse tool first and bring in this. I'm just going to clip it inside this circle. So you create clipping marks, and the circle, you have to change the white of the circle. So you change it to this one, so to be the same color. You change it, and here we have it. So now we've achieved this. Now the next thing to do is to enhance our images. So let's use this image for a sample. Go to our camera raw, and we're going to be sharpening this. Let's make the exposure a bit, clarity, vibrance, and that is all. So you can see it's half edited because of the second duplicated image. So we select it, we rasterize layer, and we choose the recent camera raw, and everything is going to be edited. So you come here, it's already rasterized, you click on camera raw, you come down here and rasterize also, and click on camera raw. So let's do it for the rest of the pictures. So now all our images are edited. Now we're going to be adding we're going to be color grading the image. So go to the background, we duplicate the background, we bring it to the top, all the way to the top of the design. So I'm going to just drag it up and go to filter, go to blur, and click on Gaussian blur, click on OK. Then you change this to overlay or soft light, but we're going to go with overlay. And you can see it's too saturated. We're going to reduce the opacity, the fill, and you can see what we have. You can see how color graded it is. Let me show you the difference. You can see before and after. So guys, this is how I achieved this church flyer. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial, and please do well to subscribe and comment your thoughts in the comment section, and also like this video, and also comment to me what you would want me to teach next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.